This is Triple Play Fantasy Basketball. I'm your host, Coach James Lewis, with the 2024 NBA Draft wrapping up. It's never too early. Maybe it's way too early to do a little talk on the 2025 draft, a very polarizing draft that has stars galore. Breaking down my top 14. It's basically a big board. It says mock draft. We don't know any of the teams or anything like that, but these are my top 14 prospects going into day one of looking at next year's draft. At one, I got Cooper Flagg, as many see him as a generational talent. Dude, I think he's the best white boy American-born prospect since Larry Bird. The dude has it. He has some of the greatest role player intangibles, and I know we're talking about a star, but he reminds me a little bit of a less ball sticky Jason Tatum. He's got Scottie Pippen vibes, but he can pull up. He's got a very high release. It's hard to block. He's got that dog in him. He's literally as tough as it comes. He's a winning player. He does whatever he needs to win, and it seems like all his teammates love him, respect him, and see him as that guy. Anytime he walks into a gym, he's there to go at you, to dominate. We see him do a little one-on-one with R.J. Barrett, giving him, but he's got a body that's made for the NBA right now. He would have been the number one pick this year, number one pick, in years to come. I love Cooper Flagg. He's got great size, and we'll see him lead Duke. I think they're going to be a winning team. He's the National Gatorade Player of the Year for a reason, going undefeated for Mount Vert. Yeah, were uber talented on that team, but he was the best player. And then we got at two right now, Ace Bailey. A couple things about him that stand out is he just has that look of a pro, T-Mac, like PG-13, 3-and-D style. He can pull up. In high school, he's asked to do everything, and he averaged 33 points, 15 boards, 4 dimes, 2 blocks. He's the Georgia Player of the Year. Against Camden, he had 40 points, 21 boards. He's made some spectacular shots. I think that he can improve on his efficiency, but he is a willing passer when he's doubled. I love to see him play with a guy like Dylan Harper, who's at 3, 4 Rutgers. Right now, he's 2. But I can see a world where he goes number 1. I could see a world where Dylan Harper goes number 1, as he is that true franchise beast point guard. He's got the prototypical size that you would like in your point guard, someone that can, go on the other side of, like, say, a Luka Doncic in the future. He's got it all figured out. I mean, it comes from good pedigree as being Ron Harper's son. His brother, Ron Harper Jr., plays for Toronto. He's smart. He gets to the rim. He finishes well with both hands. He seems to be in control at all times. He's a very mature kid, and we'll see how he leads this upstart Rutgers team alongside Ace Bailey. Again, all 3 of these guys, I see them, they would have went number 1 this season in the 2024 draft. At 4, I got VJ Edgecombe from the Bahamas, New York, Gatorade Player of the Year. And this kid's just hungry. He reminds me of like a Ben Mathurin and Jalen Green, as how smooth, athletic, how he gets to the rim. He just has an edge to him, no pun intended. He's got all the intangibles that you look for in somebody that's hungry, is trying to get better, mixed with the natural, just athletic ability to just become a future star on both ends of the court. Like, the way he like blocks shots reminds me a little bit of D Wade, and he's still, building out his frame. At 5, Tre Johnson, he will embarrass you. One-on-one, he's smooth. Everything that you look for a prototypical shooting guard. It's a shooting guard draft. We talk about Cooper Flagg at the top of this draft, and Dylan Harper point guard, but there's some really solid 2 guards and 3 guards as we get further and we look further into this lottery. Um, Tre Johnson can make things happen off the dribble. Um, he seems locked in on every play. He doesn't take really plays off. Texas really has a star in this 6'6", 190-pound player. He played for the U19 Team USA. He's a McDonald's All-American, and his future is very, very bright. One of the most intriguing prospects in this entire draft is Cooper Flagg's running mate and Khaman Maluach, originally from South Sudan. These numbers are from the NBA Academy Africa, where he had 21, 16. This is, 3 games, 4 blocks, but it just kind of shows some of the things that he is capable of. One thing that's very intriguing is his potential 3-point shot. He owns the paint. He's still honestly growing into his frame. He's going to get a little bit bigger, but he's a man amongst boys out there already. He's got really good anticipatory blocking skills, and he's just in a very intriguing prospect. At 7, and we have international influence already when we talk about VJ Edgecombe and then Maluach, but Nolan Traore, I like him. This French point guard is got good size. He's cat quick. He goes downhill strong. He'll drop a dime. He shoots off the dribble. He's a traditional point guard, a little bit like Dylan Harper in that. Two traditional style point guards. He can get it off the dribble. And hit a game against Barca. We had 45-9. The Hoop Summit against the USA and their top tier talent. He had 18 points, 4 assists. He looks like he can get after it. The 36 minutes per game sample size gives you 19 points, 10 dimes. Being in a competitive league, he's not playing that much time, but when we've seen him go against his peers, he looks like he got it. Next up, my next prospect at 8 is Hugo Gonzalez. This wing will bang on your head. He will put it on your head. He goes to the rim fearlessly. He's a solid defender, and he's a menace in transition. He gets to run in. He's 6'6". He got good size out there. Playing for Real Madrid this past season. He was the U18 Eurobasket MVP. He dropped 22, 12, 4 dimes against China. He showed up against Serbia. There's a lot to like about Hugo Gonzalez at 9. Egor Demin shocked, the college basketball world by committing to BYU. This Russian-born who played for Real Madrid too, in 23 minutes gave you 13, 5, 4, a little bit of everything. He's a good spot-up shooter. He's a good cutter. He doesn't just hang around. He's got a solid feel. I like his IQ. I like his pace. I like his size at the point guard position, or guard position is 6'9", 200. There's a lot to like, and I'll be tuning into some BYU games this season. At 10, Liam McNeeley, he goes to UConn as they try to regroup after losing, basically the starting 5, and he fits right in the Dan Hurley system. 6'8", just an unbelievable shooter. Headband Mick, as I call him. He's got the quickest release that you can witness. Amazing feel for the game. It comes easy to him. And in a league that we look for premier shooting, he has it. Geico national champion, USA gold, U16, McDonald's All-American. You might look at him and say 12 points, 3 points. Well, they're blowing everybody out. So even, Cooper Flagg was averaging like 16 this past year from Mount Vernon, because they just don't play all the minutes. But when they do, they get it done. And Liam McNeeley has the feel for solid IQ basketball. At 11, Ian Jackson, last year going in OTE, was averaging 24-6-3, and for playing for Jelly Fam. He's going to North Carolina, and he's going to be one of the focal points for offense. He gets buckets. I see him at the very least being a six-man bucket getter. But I don't want to cap him. He clearly is an unbelievable transition player, an isolation player. So I have my eyes on Ian Jackson, and I like his game. Man, there's so many bucket getters. When we're looking at the 2024 draft, you like think about Rob Dillingham, but there's just so many of guys that can put the ball in the basket, but they're uber competitive. It's another theme of this draft. Isaiah Evans on my third Duke player, 6'7", 185. He give me some Brandon Ingram vibes and a mold, and has a high, fiery, competitive nature about him. He's slight in frame, needs to bulk up, much like a lot of these guys. I mean, we're talking about prospects for the next season, but he's a smooth shooter. He can do it off the dribble. Uh, I haven't seen him wow me with his passing yet, so that's something that maybe he can look forward to. And then, much like Ace Bailey, a lot was asked on him for his team, but now playing with more talented players, I want to see his efficiency go up. For his high school team, giving you 28, 6, 3, 2.5 steals. He's McDonald's All-American, North Carolina Gatorade Player of the Year, led his team to the championship, dropped a smooth 40 in the semifinal. He's like that. Boogie Fland, he will be the point guard going to Arkansas, the new Calipari era, and he is a true traditional point guard. Again, now we have like 3 point guards that would have been at the top of the list. They were in this past draft. Boogie Fland is a true point guard, a Bronx tail hooper from New York. Just he's destined to make it. He's been quoted as saying, "I'm gonna let my game do the talking." He's got a good pull up dribble. He gets in the lane. He drops dimes. He's got a nice step back. I like him as a player in person, and I'm looking forward to seeing how he translates on the college level. And he's really got some superior touch on 3 levels. At 14, wrapping up my lottery, and I will make another kind of big board, because this is really a big board of our top 30 and probably a top 60 as we go along. I couldn't leave out Jalil Bethea. He screams athletic. He plays above the rim. We talked about VJ Edgecombe. Like, this kid gets up there too. It's a wow every time that he goes up to the rim and is going to dunk it. He's a terror in transition. He gave you 23, 7 threes, back-to-back Philly Catholic League MVP, McDonald's All-American, Pennsylvania Player of the Year. He goes to Miami and immediately is going to, unlock Miami's offense and be a focal point of that offense. He has to grow. He's got to bulk up. Said it's about several players, but his just potential right there just screams a lottery style player. But I got him at the back end of the lottery in this draft because it's so damn good. 2025 draft is just super excited. I had to drop this video right away. Please hit me with a like, subscribe, comment, or comment back. Who did I miss? I mean, there's always players that you miss, especially when you do these, way too early mock drafts or big boards, things like that. I just wanted to get the conversation started, and I like to hear all of your opinions going forward. And stay tuned to the channel. We will drop another video sometime in the future with more prospects, and as more information comes down, that should help us going forward. Till next time, I'm Coach James Lewis. Peace.